You know, when I was younger, when I was first started my wandering lifestyle, Mom kind of jokingly always called me the prodigal son. And there's truth that you speak the world into being, because that's kind of what I became in many ways, you know. And I had to get out there and say, okay, this church thing isn't working for me. I learned a lot of bad lessons, and I got to see, what can I smash through? What do I have to break? What do I have to face? What demons do I have to fight to say that's not truth? What's the truth of the situation? And that means a lot of the things that they were telling me you shouldn't do: drink beer, smoke cigarettes, smoke marijuana, have sex, all this kind of stuff. You know what? I got to do that. And that's what I did. And I followed my own path. And it may not be the right path. I could be wrong. And unfortunately, that's one of the problems with the adherence to the Bible that the Christians bring so many times. Is there's that thing in there, you know, if you lead anyone astray, you're going to go to hell forever. And so it really gives us a fear of, what do we tell people? How do we really discuss what we are experiencing as our own truth? And I had to do that. And I think in the story of the prodigal son, which I was called, which was, can I say another quick story to kind of just point to this?
Yes.
When I was hitchhiking back from Los Angeles, I left after having a winter solstice Christmas season of getting a vision for phoenixes through different places and rebirth, through Harry Potter and through Joseph Campbell. And then I got vision to go to a sweat lodge, and I went to this sweat lodge in Pasadena, and I went there and started telling the group, why am I at this sweat lodge? What am I trying to purge? What new beginning do I want in this beautiful womb that we have here, in this place of warmth and togetherness? What do we want to grow out of here? And I told them about the phoenix, and this young Asian girl, beautiful girl, stands up and disrobes and shows me this phoenix tattooed all over her body. And I just whoa. And it was that time that, you know, and I knew that, you know, I was supposed to leave again, and I needed to be born and re-go. And so I had a friend of mine drive me out to Palm Springs in on a leap year, so February 29th. And that's the one that doesn't exist, right? Only every now and then. Anyway, yeah. So on that day, and I went out, and she dropped me at a rest stop, and I walked through the rest stop, and I walked up to the end, and I get halfway up the other ramp, and this truck pulls over, and the guy stops, and he goes, "You want to go to Phoenix?" I was like, yeah! So it was kind of cool. But I got there, and I was going through Texas, and I camped, sort of, slept in one of those fireworks places, you know, they have by the side of the road, the truck stops, you know? Well, one of them, somebody had popped the lock, and so I was like, you know, thank you, universe. And went in there, laid down, and woke up in the morning, and there was like a little table thing there, and there was a copy of the New Testament on there, and looked at it and turned it on the back. On the back was the story of the prodigal son, and I was like, whoa. It was pretty wild. Continued on that trip and got robbed. Enter into the South, and on like every sign I'm seeing Jesus all over the place, and I'm like, whoa. And it's taking me a while to still come to grips with it, because you got to come to Jesus, you got to accept all his followers too, and they can be just such a pain in the ass sometimes. You know what I mean? They really can. I'm like, I love them to death, and I know they mean well, but God, you're so afraid of everything. Have a little actual faith in God, and stop believing in your religion so much, you know? That's what I want to see. And, you know, get out and experience life and realize, you know, the Bible says we're not perfect. So go with that. Go with that for a little while and experience the perfectness that you actually are in your imperfections, in the life that you lead.
Enjoy imperfection.
Enjoy imperfections. This is called the Prodigal's Lament. I got nothing in common with my brother, father, too, and a God-fearing home. Why bother? 'Cause I find a home wherever I roam. Look to my sins for forgiveness. The reason I look to my back, I look to my bad to find goodness. I rest my head right on you.